Alright, we've got another hot tub that's been left for a while. Expect to see some spiders and slugs. It's been a couple of years, I think, since it's been running, so I think it's definitely going to need a drain down, clean out. The water's slightly off colour. What I'm going to do is drop the submersible pump in, drain the whole hot tub, get the filter out, hoover up all the bits at the bottom, fill it back up, then get some hot tub flush, pour that through the skimmer, and that's going to clean out all the pipes inside, all the dirt and grime and body fats that are clinging onto the pipes. You can see it there in the foam. Then what I'm going to do is empty the hot tub again, spray the whole hot tub with some shell cleaner and give that all a brush and a scrub. Rinse it all down. Right, last bits on the floor again. Get some water in the hot tub. Run the jets and put the heating on, make sure everything's running, and that's job done. Alright, here's a job that I don't normally do. It's an above ground pool with a pretty cool view as well. The only problem is the pool is not looking good. It's slightly green. So I'm going to check all the chemicals, and what I'm going to do is get some shock out, spread that around the pool, get my brush the whole pool, disturbing all the algae off the surfaces. Come back in a few days and we're looking nice and clear. All the dead algae is settled on the floor, so I'm going to prime the hose, turn the pump on and start hoovering it all up. There's all just like fine dust, there's a few leaves, but it's coming up really well. I must admit though, it's quite hard hoovering the pool as it's above ground. The vac hose just kept sliding out the pool. It didn't take me too long to hoover the pool, so they didn't lose too much water. But on these pools you can adjust the height of the skimmer, which is pretty cool. But anyway, that's job done. Alright, time to get this pool ready for summer. You already know when I pull the cover back it's going to be green. But what you can't see is all the mosquitoes flying around. It's disgusting. And also whatever's squirming around in the pool. I'm going to go to the plant room, give the filter a backwash, stick it on rinse, then back onto filter, turn the pump back on, chuck in a few jugs of chlorine granules and some shock. That's going to kill off all the algae, any bacteria growing in the pool. Give it a brush and then come back a few days later. And this is how it's looking, nice and clear. Everything settles to the bottom. I'm going to give it a net first, then prime the hose and start hoovering. I must have accidentally swiped and changed the filter on the video. That's why it looks a bit funny. But it's all coming up nicely. All cleaned up, ready for summer. Alright, I'm at Matt Jones's pool. What do you do for a living?
Ride freestyle mountain bikes.
Let's go.
Ramps.
Oh my gosh. Wow, let's get it cleaned up then.
Get it cleaned up.
Let's get this cleaned up for you, yeah?
Right.
Alright, so we need to get the plant room going. Get a bucket of water. It's running. Just need to test the chemicals first, make sure the pH is all good, so the chlorine works at its full potential. pH is really high, so we need to drop the pH level, get some shock, maybe some blocking as well. pH minus to reduce the pH. Drink from the customer, cup of tea, nice one Matt. Got some shock then to kill off all the algae. Gonna brush the whole pool, disturbing all algae that is stuck to the surface. There's quite a lot of leaves in here, so I've got to net them all out. Well, not all of them, but as much as I can. Jaw pincers.
It looks like a scorpion.
Wow, what the hell is that? I've never seen one of them before.
Never in a pool.
Never seen one of them in a pool.
Ready, mofos?
Let's go. Prime the pump, man. What we got? It's debris. Whoa.
Not, it's only about
3-minute one.
Get one more net and then check the chemicals. Alright, that's the pool all cleared up, ready for summer. There's only one thing left to do. Let's go. Yes!
That's job done.
That is job done. Alright then, late opening for this customer. We already know it's going to be pretty green. Let's take off the winter debris cover first, that's about had it as well. Drag that off and spread it on the grass to dry. And of course we've got a dark green colour going on. I'll do a little bit of netting first, there's a few leaves on top. Then what I'm going to do is get a bucket of water and mix up some flock first. Basically what this does is actively coagulant, combining all the small particles and sinking them down to the bottom of the pool. Then what I'll do is get another bucket of water and add some shock. This is going to kill off all the algae and the bacteria in the pool. Mix it up well in the bucket, pour it in front of the jet, then get the brush the whole pool, disturbing all the algae off the surface, and come back a few days later and this is what it will look like. Everything settled to the bottom apart from a few leaves on the top. Get the vacuum set out, prime up the pump and start hoovering. It's all coming up really well. That's due to all the brushing, so if you didn't brush you could hoover but you'd still get bits stuck to the tiles. You'll see a few patches still after I vac. That's just down to not being able to see when the pool's green and what you're brushing. But the majority of it's coming up. This is the last line. Then I noticed this little frog swimming about and he did not want to come out of the pool. He's a slippery little bugger. Went down to the bottom, so I had to get a net, scoop him out, then send him on his way into the bushes. Little bit of netting at the end again, then brush off them patches, and that's the job done, all ready for the summer. Alright, I've come to this job then, and this pool is not looking good. It's been left for around 8 years. I did get my GoPro out and previously done some underwater shots and it looked pretty cool. So while the pool's emptying, I just got the jet wash out and started jetting down the steps. And as you can see, the algae is pretty thick. It's like a blanket all over the pool. I could finally get into the shallow end, so I started brushing it all into the corner and then scooping it up into a bucket, which was lovely. This was actually pretty hard work as well because the pool had a slope. All the sludge and mess from the pool went into a skip. This just shows you how thick it was. The walls were pretty stained, so I had to get some strong cleaner on them and then jet wash it all down. Hoover up all the last bits in the bottom. The customer was going to retile the tile band himself, get some water in. Tiles are in and the pool's running. Ready for their party on Saturday. That's job done. Alright, another abandoned pool which needs fixing up for these customers that have just moved in. Got my brother the sprayer guy helping me today. It's a liner pool, it's half empty, looks like there's going to be a lot of sludge in the bottom. Drink from the customer. We're using a sewage pump to get all that water out the bottom because there's a lot of sludge and it's going to need it. Then what we do is cut the liner out. Aaron's trying to get to the back of the pool and I'm secretly hoping he falls in. Brush up the sludge as the water's going down, scoop it up into a bucket. It smells terrific, as you can imagine. Hoover out the last parts at the bottom, take out more liner, and that's it empty. There's a bit of repair work to do, like this render in here, and also the skimmer's got a massive split in it, so that needs changing. Thanks for the help, bro. A couple of weeks later we are back, the rendering's done, the skimmer is in, and the new liner is here. Yes, your whole life has been a lie. They are not real tiles in the pool. Well, not for this pool anyway, this is a liner pool, so it's just got a liner pattern. So it's all been clipped in and the vac has been turned on, so the liner gets sucked back to the shape of the pool. Get some water in there. That'll take a few days. Come back, it's all full. The new geo bubble cover is on. I'm just going to give it a clean up before I hand it over to the customer. Bit of netting, prime up the hose. Hoover the pool. And that's that pool gone from a swamp into a lovely swimming pool, ready for the summer. and that is job done. Alright, I've come to flush out this hot tub then, which actually doesn't look too bad right now, but when I put this pipe cleaner in you will see how bad it is. And hopefully it's some sort of magic gel, because it was 36 quid. I was expecting a bigger tub when it was delivered, but here we are. Looks like it needed mixing up a little bit, so I used my finger. Then I took the lid off the filters and took the 2 filters out. Then I ran both jets. Got a scoop of the gel. Put that in the water, let that run through the skimmers, and what that will do is run through the pipes inside the hot tub, clearing out all of this dirt and grime. It's all body fats, oils and all that sort of stuff coming off people's bodies while they're in the hot tub. Get a little scoop, let's have a look. Nice. Then what I'll do is get some of this cleaner, spray that all over the filters, and what that's going to do is kill off any bacteria. Give them a rinse down after about 15 minutes. Turn the hot tub off, chuck in the submersible pump to drain the water, and then rinse it down as it's going. All that mess has got quite sticky on the sides of the hot tub, so what I'm going to do is get a brush all around the water line while it's draining. Then hoover out all the loose bits in the skimmer and on the seats and the floor. Get some hot tub shell cleaner, spray that all over, brush it in, cleaning the hot tub. Rinse it down again and hoover out all the last bits. Now it's all nice and clean, time to get some water in. Set the temperature, turn the jets on, add some chemicals, and that's job done. Follow your boy for the pool work.